Alright guys, quickie on the SanRenMu 7010. This is a knife that's been around for a while. In fact, it was originally called the 710 and they've changed it to the 7010. The 710 was one of the earliest knives I reviewed on this channel. It was probably the first couple of months of this channel being open. I originally bought the SanRenMu 710 and I had the camo version. It had the camo handle, aluminum handle. Because I read about it on backpacking forums. I had read that they were, a really good value. Of course, whenever you read, hey, what's a good cheap knife for backpacking, the recommendations would always be a Mora for a fixed blade, or the SanRenMu 710 for a folder. And so I ended up buying one, and had it. And one of the first things I reviewed on the channel, and just now, it's been, 7, 8 years. So I bought a new one, and I kind of wanted to see, how are they doing? Are they still this good after all these years? So this is a newer version. This is the 7010. And you can see there's some slight differences in the handle nowadays. They have that kind of texturing in the handle. But they still come in a whole bunch of different options. You can buy all different kinds and types of these. But overall, it is still a very smooth, very, small, lightweight, fits in the pocket well. Only one option for carry, which is tip down, right hand. But overall, guys, I gotta say, after all these years, they're still doing it right. It's very smooth. Very smooth. For the guys who like flipping, for those guys that this is what they like about knives, this is a good investment for the money. I picked this up from Gearbest, I think, before Christmas. Maybe Black Friday. I think they had a sale on them for like $6. So I snagged one of these as an extra thing because $6, guys. How do you go wrong? The original back in the day, I think I paid $12 or $14 for. So the price has actually gone down on these, which is part of the thing that had me concerned was prices down, maybe quality's gone down, but not the case. It's still very smooth. There's not much difference as far as ergonomics. They're pretty much the same. The aluminum handles can be a bit slippery, but they're not terrible. It's got the jimping on the back, same hollow grind. These are basically the little, the little tiny fake Sabenzas. Texturing doesn't do much for it, but it's still there. Pocket clip carries very well. Little frame lock, thin, small, lightweight. Holy cow, very smooth. For the price, guys, being I paid $6 for this, I cannot believe how smooth it is. I've never held a knife for $6 this smooth. This is smoother than probably 95% of the knives I own. It really, aside from, maybe the Spyderco Manix, the Real Steel knives, and a few others, this is one of the smoothest knives I own. And it's not even tremendously broke in yet. Like my other one, guys, I've had that one for 8 years or so, and that one's nice and broke in. This one isn't even broke in yet. And it's still super, super smooth. Nice detent. It closes easy. Fits in the pocket, ergonomic, cheap. What is there not to like, guys? So after all these years, I've got to say that the 7010 still passes the test, even though the price has gone down, even though the design has changed a little, the varieties out there. This thing is still done in a decent steel. It still holds an edge well. And I just got a baby wake up, so I'm going to have to cut this video short. But overall, guys, this thing fits well. It carries well, it's ergonomic, it goes in the hand well. Everything about this thing is good. This is the reason why this knife's been around for like 10 years and just been a great seller, is because they're doing great things with it. Granted, it is a little tiny version of the Sabenza, and that may bother you, but in the end, nobody's going to buy this and say this is a replacement for a Sabenza. This is in itself its own knife that just happens to look like the Sabenza. So overall, guys, after all this time, all these years, SanRenMu still has it with this knife. Hope you enjoy.